You think you know America? Think again. From wild sexual stats to government secrets and seductive truths about desire, this video will leave your jaw on the floor. Let's dive into 25 mind-blowing facts about the United States, starting with the unexpected. 1. The US has the largest porn industry in the world. Here sex sells, and in America, it sells big. The US porn industry is worth over $15 billion. That's more than Hollywood box office revenue in some years. And guess which state leads the charge? California, with the San Fernando Valley once dubbed Porn Valley. 2. America is home to the most billionaires on Earth. More than 800 billionaires reside in the US. That's more than China, India, and Germany combined. Wealth here isn't just about money, it's about influence, power, and attraction. 3. Seduction through spending, the psychology of American luxury. Studies show that American women find men who spend on experiences, not just things, to be more sexually desirable. That weekend trip to Miami? It's not just a vacation, it's seduction strategy. 4. The US military budget is larger than the next 10 countries combined. Power projection isn't just global, it's psychological. America doesn't just dominate in tech or culture, it dominates with force as well. Its military budget exceeds $800 billion, larger than China, Russia, and the rest of the top 10 combined. 5. The US is the only country to have landed humans on the moon. One small step for man, one giant flex for America. No other country has achieved this. It's not just science, it's a symbol of ultimate ambition. Fact break: the orgasm gap, and why it exists in America. In the US, studies show that 91% of men usually orgasm during sex, compared to only 39% of women. The reason? Lack of communication, education, and patience. Seduction isn't about speed, it's about sensitivity. 6. Americans consume 31% of the world's ice cream. The US consumes more ice cream than any other country, with the average American eating around 23 pounds per year. 7. There's an official UFO program, and it's real. The Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program existed, and it tracked unexplained aerial phenomena. Aliens? Maybe, but secrets definitely. 8. The US has no official language. Surprised? While English dominates, the US Constitution never declares an official language. It's a nation of immigrants, and multiple tongues, literally and metaphorically. 9. The Statue of Liberty was originally a Muslim woman. The original design of Lady Liberty was inspired by an Arab woman in traditional dress. It was meant to stand at the Suez Canal but found its way to New York instead. Fact break: the dirty talk phenomenon in American bedrooms. According to surveys, nearly 70% of American couples say dirty talk improves their sex life. Why? Because arousal starts in the mind. In America, words are weapons, and whispers are warfare. 10. The US imprisons more people than any other country. Over 2 million people are locked up in America. That's more than any other nation, including China and Russia. 11. The national parks cover 84 million acres. From Yellowstone to Yosemite, the US has one of the most expansive networks of protected natural land in the world. Nature is America's wild lover, vast, raw, and untamed. 12. American women are waiting longer to marry. In 1950, the average age of first marriage for women was 20. Today, it's nearly 29. And many are choosing not to marry at all, prioritizing freedom, self-discovery, and sometimes sensual independence. 13. The US has the world's largest economy, by far. America's GDP sits around $27 trillion. Its economy drives global trends, controls trade flows, and fuels innovation. Money talks, and America speaks fluently. 14. There are more guns than people in the US. Roughly 120 guns per 100 people. That's more firearms than citizens. Here, self-defense and individual freedom are sacred, even when it's dangerous. Fact break: the rise of sugar dating in the USA. Over 4 million users in the US alone are part of sugar dating websites. It's not just about sex, it's about exchange, power dynamics, and unfiltered honesty about what people want. 15. More than 50% of US presidents were firstborns. Firstborns dominate the Oval Office, suggesting that eldest siblings might be bred, or burdened, for greatness. 16. Americans waste 30–40% of their food supply. Despite millions facing food insecurity, the U.S. throws out billions of pounds of food annually. 17. The deepest lake in the U.S. was formed by a collapsed volcano. Crater Lake in Oregon is over 1,900 feet deep. Formed by the eruption of Mount Mazama, it holds secrets as dark and deep as desire itself. 18. More Americans believe in ghosts than in evolution. 42% of Americans believe in ghosts. Only 33% firmly believe in evolution. Superstition runs deep in the land of science and Silicon Valley. Fact break: hookup culture is the new American normal. Casual sex is more accepted in the US than ever before. Apps, parties, and open conversations have made seduction more instant, but also more complex. Desire is easier to access, but harder to satisfy. 19. There's a town that's been burning for over 60 years. Centralia, Pennsylvania. A coal mine fire started in 1962 and still burns underground today. The government evacuated most of the town, but a few refused to leave. 20. The U.S. has the most diverse population on Earth. Ethnic, religious, and cultural diversity is unmatched. America isn't a melting pot, it's a raw, roaring fusion of identity, dreams, and desire. 21. Alaska has more coastline than all other U.S. states combined. Over 33,000 miles of untouched, rugged coast. Alaska is wild, dangerous, and beautiful, the ultimate seductress of the North. 22. Americans work longer hours than almost any other country. Despite being one of the richest nations, Americans take fewer vacations and work more overtime than most developed countries. Hustle is sexy, but burnout isn't. Fact break: the sexless marriage crisis. Over 15% of U.S. marriages are reportedly sexless. Experts say stress, routine, and technology are culprits. The solution? Rekindling curiosity, and putting seduction back on the schedule. 23. The U.S. spends more on healthcare than any other country, with worse outcomes. More money, more problems. Despite spending trillions, American healthcare ranks low in efficiency, affordability, and access. 24. The first man on the moon took a piece of the Wright brothers' plane with him. Neil Armstrong carried a fabric swatch from the original Wright Flyer when he stepped onto the moon. From dusty airfields to lunar landscapes, American ambition doesn't forget its roots. 25. The U.S. is one of the few nations where freedom of speech is absolute. Love it or hate it, the First Amendment protects nearly all speech, even the ugly, uncomfortable, and erotic. In America, your voice is power, and silence is not seductive. Final fact: the American fantasy industry. The U.S. leads in producing and consuming adult fiction, erotic novels, and sexual self-help. From 50 Shades to OnlyFans, desire here is capitalized, commercialized, and, paradoxically, normalized. Conclusion. And just like that, we've peeled back the curtain on America, bold, bizarre, seductive, and stunning. It's not just a country of facts. It's a land of contradictions, where billionaires rise, ghosts linger, desires evolve, and truth feels stranger than fiction. If any of these 25 facts blew your mind, or whispered something unexpected to your curiosity, then hit that like button, share this with a friend, and subscribe for more nuggets full of knowledge. There's always more to uncover, and this was just the beginning.